his career is going down the drain. Because stop. No Fugazee has taken another L again. Rewind! David Cooley, aka No Fugazee podcast, took a big L this month in November when we all found out that he was in a relationship with a lady by the name of Sarah. Now, this is a public relationship on TikTok, so it wasn't like he was hiding it. But his brand, No Fugazee podcast, contradicts a lot of the things he talks about or what he does on Sarah and Cooley's TikTok page. While he talks bad on single mothers, we found out that guess what? Mr. David Cooley dates single moms. And guess what? Even if you have 2 white kids, he'll still go ahead and clap them up. Booty clapping sounds! But now, David Cooley has taken another L because our good buddy Tybuggie podcast came up with an interesting video that I had no idea about. One of you guys sent it to me, and I want to give credit to Tybuggie podcast for putting this all together. 5 days ago, Mr. David Cooley had a debate on his channel. He does it all the time. The actual name of the debate was called Cooley Unleashed the Wrath of Titans on Haters in Debate. It's basically like a smoke show, like Kevin Samuels used to always do, like once a week, something like that. All right. And then there's a guy who came up by the name of Fatty.
And my question today is a little bit different, right? How do you feel when you come on this podcast and you tell every single woman that they shouldn't sexualize themselves on the internet? And the top 10 posts that your wife has on her IG is showing her ass or her titties.
Good question, Fatty. Why does David Cooley allow this? Before we go into David Cooley's response, let's check out what David Cooley has said about women who thirst trap.
I feel like an insecure man is when they have a problem with you posting yourself. I post myself not for other men, like for myself.
If it's for you, you would take a picture and leave it on your phone. But you post that picture so the world can see.
Right, but it's like if my mindset is not for a man to see if he's going to try to talk to me or get somebody's attention, that's not what I'm posting myself for.
But generally speaking, men are the ones that approach women and women don't approach men. So you always posting all the time, that's you advertising yourself. It would be the same if that man is still courting women. He's still pitching himself at other females. You wouldn't like that, right? If your man was talking to another girl? Okay, just like the man wouldn't want his girl posting thirst traps. It's the equivalent because women advertise themselves and men pitch themselves.
Yeah, man, your boy Cooley for the No Fugazee podcast, he at it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been spiraling downhill ever since he got exposed for dating a single mom. You gotta practice what you preach out here. I don't really know. He claimed he wasn't hiding it. I mean, me personally, like, I didn't know about it until he got exposed, and now things on the internet just been going crazy. I just honestly ain't really been reacting to it because I've been going through some personal ish, but nevertheless, bro, this is, again, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has good points. He has a good message. Well, he kind of has a good message or whatever the case may be, but it's just like, yo, I don't even know what to say for real.
You see, Mr. David Cooley wants to be somewhat of a, I won't call him a thought leader, but he likes to be a philosopher. You know, men are the ones who are pitching themselves and women are doing whatever the hell he was saying, right? Advertising. So women advertise and men pitch. Well, then while he's saying that, let's just look at a few of these photos or videos in the background. So here is Sarah Cooley. So let's look at Sarah Cooley. She's also a model and gets sponsorships by, you know, huge brands like Shine and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. It's like, it's not the craziest. It's really not the craziest. It's not the wildest, but it doesn't line up with your message. It doesn't line up to what you're saying. Literally, in the footage earlier in the beginning of the video, you're telling girls about thirst trapping, and you're telling this young lady to pretty much avoid doing the same thing that your girl is doing, that you're currently dating. It looks nuts, man. It looks crazy. So either you know, he on some Derek Jackson type of time, or, you know what I'm saying, he's just on some Donovan type of time, or whatever bro name was, which is, you're not authentic, you fake, and you're really sipping on the low, you're doing this for content.
Me doing the research, shout out to Mr. Tybuggie. But let's see what Mr. David Cooley says.
What you are doing, you are comparing my situation to my chick that she's already in a relationship with me, and me as a man in the relationship that runs the relationship that she follows, right? I allow certain things to be posted or not to be posted.
Okay, again, if this is what it is, and this is what you're about, and you're okay with this, okay, cool. But what you're not gonna do, my brother, is be on your podcast talking down on girls for doing the same thing. You being a hypocrite. It looks nuts, bro. I don't even know how you even trying to even defend this. You was better off going a different route. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know how you're gonna get yourself out of this situation, bro. And I like the podcast, so it's a little messed up, but it's a little messed up.
Now, my question for you is, do you have a woman, Fatty?
No.
And why don't you have a woman?
Because I'd rather be single than cuffing a woman with 2 kids by a white man.
Okay, so...
You getting called out by one of your viewers, Fatty, or whatever the case may be, and you know you playing games. You're not really answering the question. You doing this, you doing that. You know what I mean? You're calling him by his name, quote unquote, but you're throwing a little extraness on it, trying to insult them. You know what I'm saying? Gaslighting, victim blaming, etc. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? We gotta tighten up, bro. You know what I mean? Again, I like the No Fugazee podcast. I watch it here and there. It's entertaining to me. I don't really take none of this internet stuff too seriously. I'm gonna keep it 100. Some people do. Access granted, that's on you. Me personally, I don't. But yeah, man, it's not looking good.
So if you're gonna date a single mom, you gotta date one that isn't a stigma. But guess what? Stay away from the single moms. I still tell you guys now, because generally speaking, the majority, they have all of that baggage. I just so happen to be the exception to the rule, and so is my chick.
You're the exception to the rule. Wow, how convenient. After you get exposed, you finally decide to, you know, give the public this information. My question is, bro, why wasn't this revealed sooner? Huh? Why do we have to find out? Why do we have to find out this way? And why you gotta learn the hard way? You know what I'm saying? As a quote-unquote red pill podcaster, you should know that prevention is key. You know what I'm saying? This whole situation could have been prevented if you would have just fresh out the gate, just told everybody what it is. We had to do a little research and find out what you're really about, bro. You know, I hope you make it past this. I don't really see how you're going to, but hey, you never know.
We want a girl to be submissive. If you don't want to follow our lead, it's gonna be cool. We'll hit it. We'll be in a relationship for a couple years, maybe, if the poon good, but we're not gonna elevate you to wifey level.
But wait! He been with Shorty for 7 years.
And guess what? Shout out to Tybuggie because he's right.
Like, he's looking like a fraud right now, basically. Like, he's looking like a fraud. And I don't really know how he's going to bounce back from this. He claimed he wasn't hiding it because, I mean, technically speaking, it was out there for anybody to see, but it wasn't on his page. He wasn't promoting that. It was on his girl's page or their joint page or whatever the case may be. So it's just like, you come across a little disingenuous, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't really come across authentic when you're getting exposed for pretty much doing the same thing that you're telling everybody else not to do. And it's just like, yo, maybe instead of, you know, downing single mothers, maybe you should come up with a few points of why you should date a single mom, or why you personally are currently dating a single mom. And you wouldn't even be under fire.